That's rude. I'm leaving.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome back. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jen.
And today,
we're going to talk about more of the home owning process.
Oh?
Yes.
Did we buy something?
Well, we bought a home.
Yes, we
As
did.
many of our viewers know, we bought a house, and it's been great. There's something, though, that's been kind of an issue. A bit of a roller coaster, I would say.
Yeah, a fun aspect of owning a home.
Well, it doesn't affect everyone who owns a home. Just people that didn't realize how intense their HOA was. So today we're talking about the HOA drama. We are spilling the tea. And
What are they going to do? Fine us?
Well, yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's the thing. So buckle up, because this one's a ride, all right?
For those of you that don't know, HOA stands for Homeowners Association. It's basically a group of people that got together and decided, hey, what if we pretend that we do stuff in the neighborhood and charge people to live in that neighborhood? So that way we can raise the quality.
So a lot of times, HOAs are very expensive. You pay a certain amount per month, and they cover, like, the landscaping for the neighborhood that you live in. They cover, like, the amenities in the neighborhood. Let me start with our HOA is actually really, really low cost. It's like one flat rate per year that's under $100. Like, it's an insanely low cost.
I think it's like $7 or $8 a month, right?
Something like that. Yeah. It's a ridiculous amount. And there's a lot of amenities. Like, the public areas are very well kept up. There's a public dock that we can use. There is a private pier just for this neighborhood that we can use. There are 2 pools that we could use in 2 separate areas. One right like around the corner from our house. We can walk there in like under 5 minutes. So there's parks, there's a pool area that if you wanted to, you could do a polar bear plunge.
Last year on November 1st, or December, or January 1st, one of the dates, we were walking like in the morning and we saw all the people over by the pool, and she's like,
there's a massive crowd of people on January 1st.
200 people by the pool.
And we're like, what could this be? What is going on? It's New Year's Day. It's 7 in the morning. What are they doing?
And I joked, I was like, it's probably a polar bear plunge, because that's something that they do up north.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's no way. We're in Florida. I'm looking it up, and I'm like, oh my God, it's a polar plunge.
It was like 70-some degrees.
No, it was like 85. Oh, yeah. It was 85 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Polar bear plunge. I guess it's like hot or cold. They're going to do it.
Tropical polar bear.
It was really funny.
But yeah, so yeah, you can do that. And then like one of the pools has like a water park for kids.
There's
like
tennis courts and a pickleball court. It's actually kind of great. However.
What do we use of those?
None.
We walk on the dock.
Yeah, that's it. We use like none of those. But that's our choice. So overall, it's great. However, this does come with a downside. Now, I'm not going to say that this is true for all HOAs. For anyone that doesn't know, my mom is the president of her HOA. And I know for a fact that she is not this mean at all. She has to uphold the standards. She has to send out notices when needed if people aren't upkeeping their lawns and stuff. But I'm pretty sure hers did not include all caps, bold, with extra exclamation marks on a sentence that said, "It looks awful." That was really unnecessary. So yeah, we moved in, and a couple months later, we get some nasty grams. And when I say nasty, I mean all caps, bold, with exclamation marks. It looks awful. Like, yikes.
Like, clearly it's been an issue that they've had, and they were just had it, and they just came at us for it.
But obviously we're new homeowners. Like, they know, the HOA knows when a new person moves into a house, so they know we're new. And I even emailed them, and I was super sweet about it. I was like, hi, we're new homeowners. It's our first time. We've only ever lived in places that we've never had to like care for it or anything. So, you know, please be kind. We're doing our best. And they have not been kind at all. So, offense number 1, we have a dead tree in our front yard. Except we don't. We didn't do anything about it because it was you know, we've been
winter,
busy. It's the middle of winter. We've been busy. All of a sudden, February rolls around and the tree's not dead anymore.
It's got like little green sprouts coming off of it, and we're like,
and now it's fully lush and alive. So we're like, good thing we didn't like cut down this tree. What?
It was just enjoying its like time
yeah,
off.
so they got super mad at us for having a tree in the winter. Like, I'm sorry, it's winter. It dies in the winter. It'll come back. Like, I'm sorry you think our house is ugly in the winter. Let's see. Another offense was that we have a dead patch of grass on the side of our yard. Does it have something to do with the neighbors constantly riding their bikes over it? Maybe. Probably. But either way, we told them, hey, like, you know, we don't exactly know how to fix that. They're like, well, you're going to have to resod. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we've just been parking the car over it.
And for those of you that don't know, resodding an entire like area, it's probably 2 feet wide by like 6 feet long. It costs
a lot.
$100.
It costs a lot of money because it's not just you can just go get any sod. You have to get specifically St. Augustine grass.
So you know what we did? I went to Home Depot.
Oh yeah, and you just got grass seed.
I bought a bag of grass seed and just dumped it. I was like,
it worked for a while. Now we just park the car over it.
But it has grass there.
It does. It does have grass there. It's not the same grass, but it definitely has grass there.
Ask her idea though for it.
Paint it.
She told me to go get green spray paint.
Okay, obviously we're great homeowners, so they've been mad at us for everything, but here's the one that really started making us upset. When we first moved in, I got to do one thing that I was so excited about doing. I got a Star Trek flag. So we're allowed to have a flag on our mailbox, and I got a Star Trek one. It says United Federation of Planets. It's the symbol. It's everything. I'm so happy with it. And we had it up for a month and a half. Then we get the letter. The letter from the HOA saying, you are not allowed to have that flag. Please review the ARC guidelines of what kind of flags you're allowed to have. And I was like, this flag is not offensive. It's United Federation of Planets. Our across the street neighbors said nice flag because they're a Trekkie. Like, this is not offensive. What is going on? Like, I'm offended by half the flags I see in the neighborhood for reasons. But, like, I can't have a Star Trek flag? You're joking me, right? Okay, so I had to take the flag down. That's big offense number one. And I read the guidelines, and we'll get to that in a little bit. And I'll talk more about the flag in a little bit. But next, we need to talk about the big one. Well, they had a lot of problems with their yard and weeds and stuff. So we had to spend tons of money getting yard service because we're constantly gone. We don't have time to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
We don't have time to be weeding. And we needed to get weed service so that it would they could chemically treat, but with all natural ingredients, because I had to call everybody and make sure that they had something that was natural to treat our yard. I mean, I think we spent over $1,000. Over $1,000 so far getting this house to be aesthetically pleasing.
Because it has flower beds in the front that had flowers and plants and stuff, but there was a bunch of weeds. It was super overgrown, so that's understandable. But the way that these were worded, it made it sound like we were terrible people, like we were kicking animals.
So we complied with pretty much everything that they said. We got weed service, which honestly sounds terrible, or really good, depending on who you are. So we got service for the weeds. We got lawn care. So we called our guy that we used to have, and we're like, hey, can you do our yard? And he was like, yeah, your backyard is terrible to do, because it's half rocks. And so he's like, I almost destroyed my lawnmower. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Oops.
Sorry,
so we got that. He mulched. He ruined his shoes, by the way.
I went through and I actually weeded.
He weeded the whole
several
front.
Hours. I went through and weeded the whole front flower bed.
Flower and tree bed thing. And then he mulched it. And it actually looks really, really good. But that cost a lot of money, and it took an entire day, and he came in. Took 2 days, and he came in the house, and he could not cool off. So, yeah. But we complied, okay? We did everything that they asked.
2 bags of mulch.
Yeah. We did everything that they asked. We also had to ask for permission to modify our backyard. The reason for this is, I don't know if we made a video about this yet, but here's where this roller coaster starts. Like, that all seems kind of benign, right? They're just being mean about it, but we really do need to take care of the house, right? Here's where this one gets fun. We live on a golf course, and our house backs up to the golf course. Now, I grew up on a golf course, so I didn't think anything of this, but what I didn't realize is that I lived at the start of the hole. Right outside of my backyard is where they would tee off. We are exactly in the right position to get hit with golf balls if someone sucks. And let me tell you, they suck. Like, we get hit once a day.
If not more.
If not more. Our house gets hit once a day plus. Like, unless it's raining.
Yeah.
Then no one's golfing. But, like, we get hit all the time. We have golf ball sized divots, and I will try to make sure that I put like a picture. This video's probably got pictures going right now. We have golf ball divots in the siding of our house because we get hit. We have a golf ball divot in the like tin part. Whoever owned this house before was very, very smart, and they put like a tin cover over the screen.
The edge, because we have a screened in porch.
Yeah.
So like there's like
a
probably
part
about
that goes
this
like
much.
Yeah, there's a part that goes like this and then down. This part he put tin over it,
Because
so it protects that.
If you go a couple houses down, the top of theirs is just ripped.
A couple houses, our next door neighbor.
Oh yeah, there's two. Yeah.
Yeah, our next door neighbor also has like a big hole in their window, like a big hole and a shatter in their bedroom window from a golf ball hit, and they haven't fixed it, and I don't blame them because that's expensive, and the HOA is probably mad at them for not fixing it, and he's just like, this is y'all's fault, like, and it is, and I'll explain why. So I'm like, man, what are we gonna do? We get hit by golf balls all the time. We have to protect our house, not just because I don't want to have a broken window, but because we have Bento and T'Challa. Now, they hang out on the porch all the time. They love the porch. What happens if a golf ball rips the screen? They're getting out.
Oh yeah.
And they don't have the ability to survive out there. Bento's dumb,
Bento,
okay?
his ears
I
just
love
twitched.
you, but no.
He barely has the ability to survive in the house on his own.
He won't survive, and other predators can come and get them. There's geese, there's raccoons, there's all kinds of stuff. Not to mention, if it breaks the window and glass gets inside, they're gonna get hurt. Or what if the golf ball goes through the screen and hits them? I mean, we actually had to tell our lawn guy, our weeds guy, and our pest control guy to wear protective headgear when they come service our house. One of them, I forget which one, charges us extra because of hazard, because it's basically hazard pay, because they could get hit with a golf ball while they're here. Guys, this is bad. So hopefully I've posted pictures and you can see like all the mess. So we came up with a great solution.
Yeah.
It took you a while. It took you a while to do it, and I'm so happy that you did, but he was able to protect our house with golf netting. So we had it basically nailed to the top of the house, and it would come down, and we had a way to still get out from the porch because he made like a little doorway thing. So he used like PVC pipe to make a doorway. And so basically the netting was taut, and it was like 2 feet away from the house. So if a golf ball hits, it hits that and bounces off, doesn't come anywhere near the house. And then we had that same stuff over the window and an extra golf net turned around so that it would catch the golf balls before it hit the plant or the window.
Yeah, if you go to Walmart and you buy one of those like practice swing ones.
Yeah, it looks like a goalie.
Yeah.
Thing, like a goalie net for soccer.
So
that's
we
basically
had that.
what it looks
we
like.
had that behind some plants, so that way it protected our big window.
Yeah.
For in our bedroom. So,
sorry, I'm fidgety.
It's okay. So we got that, and we had them up. I spent several hours hanging that up, so that way it was at a nice, angle and secured to the ground.
Yeah.
So that way they were
our
protected.
thing was protecting the house.
Yeah.
That's all we cared about. We didn't care if we couldn't really get outside through the backyard very easily, or to the backyard very easily.
Because there's the door on the screen that
we could open it, and then we would have to like lift up the net to get through the doorway that he built, but it worked okay. I mean, I didn't care that the backyard didn't look great because it had the soccer net or the golf net turned around. Like, didn't bother me. Oh, it bothered the HOA. And they said, you can't do that. And I was like, no, we can, because we have to protect this house, because you guys have no way of helping us protect this house, because we went over to the golf club. They said, sorry, those are the breaks.
Yeah, they basically said, well, our stuff gets damaged too.
Yeah, well, they pay you to use the golf course, so you have the money to cover the damages. We are just sitting here getting hit daily. And then they drive by, the golfers, they drive by, they laugh sometimes, like, I think I hit that house, haha. Or they'll, like, actually come into our backyard to get their ball. That's when he, like, comes out and he, like, just stands in the doorway and they, like, think twice.
Like, get out of my yard.
Yeah, I've actually opened the window and, like, knocked on it. I'll open the blinds and, like, knock on it, and they go, and then they leave. Our neighbors have these 3 dogs. 2 of them look so menacing.
And they're the sweetest.
But they look menacing because they're huskies, and then they'll start barking at them if they come into our yard or their yard. And so they're great.
Sometimes people go to think about hopping their fence, and I'm like, please.
Do it. That little dog is going to mess them up because they have a little one. Yeah. That's the one you got to worry about.
He's like a medium-sized dog that I'll be out there working, and he just barks his brains out at me. He's like, hey, what are you doing over there? I'm like, bro, I live here. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get to the neighbor's yard in a second because it matters. So they're like, absolutely not. You can't have that. And I was like, yes, we can. So they said, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to pay $25 and you're going to send us photos and you're going to put this application in for us to approve or disapprove of these changes to your house. And I was like, I'll play your little game, but there's no way you're telling me I can't protect my house. So I send it away. 2 months go by. I'm like, well, I haven't heard back, so obviously they must have said yes. So this is fine. Got a letter back yesterday. It ain't fine. They said, no, you may not have the netting up. It is aesthetically displeasing. We are responsible for maintaining the attractiveness of this neighborhood so that houses all retain a high value. And I'm like, oh, really? Have you seen the neighbor's yard? There's a giant gaping dirt hole in it. They're mad at our lawn.
Yeah, the majority of their yard is just mud.
A giant gaping mud hole because they're dogs. Which is, they don't care. We don't care. We're like, hey, the dogs are having fun. This is great.
And like she said earlier,
the window's busted.
The window's busted.
Their screen just rips everywhere.
And you're worried that we have a golf net up on a golf course?
Yeah.
And we're bringing down the value?
Now, as we show you the picture, which is hopefully right now, but we'll see. I don't know what editing Jen's going to do. But as we show you the picture, you'll see the soccer-looking golf net. Yes, that is an eyesore. But it was extra protection for the window part because that part's expensive to replace. So I wanted the extra protection. I was figuring that they would say you got to take that one down, but I figured that they would let us keep the nearly invisible other one. No, we could not keep that.
Nope.
And they said, basically, well, we invite you to send us plans for planting trees and bushes to help protect your house. I'm like, you want us to spend how much planting trees that are not going to save our house? They're just going to, like, there's a big tree right outside the house. Golf balls just go right through it all the time and still hit our house.
If here's the tee right here, this is the fairway. Our house is right here.
So if they suck, it goes right at our house.
But there's trees right here that it still goes, bam.
Still hits the house. So we're like, yeah, let's spend a couple $1,000s putting in big, tall trees. Or we have to put little trees and wait for them to grow.
But you got to remember how big these trees have to be.
To protect the house. They're never going to approve that. So I was like, I was really upset. I was like in tears. I was like, what are we going to do? My babies are going to get hurt. What are we going to do? And he came up with a solution. He made the net invisible. We took the soccer looking one out. We're like, fine, whatever.
That one was noticeable.
We knew that might be a problem. I wasn't that mad about it, but I was like, I'm not taking the other one down. I'm sorry.
We took out the plastic PVC frame.
Yeah, so there's no PVC frame. So now if we want to go outside, we have to go around the house. I'm willing to live with it.
Yeah.
He makes the net perfectly taut all the way around, even all the way across the window, and covers the part of the net that's like on the ground.
Because there's a extra at the bottom, which look like just a black.
And you have that like hammered into the ground, right, with stakes.
Yeah, there's spots that have the stakes in it.
Just to hold it there, because hurricane season's a thing, right? He put rocks over it. It is absolutely invisible.
So you probably
cannot see it.
Hopefully future Jen puts the before and then the after.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to. Here's the before.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the after. Where is it? Where's the golf net? You can't see that unless you zoom in and actually see like the waffle pattern. Like you can't see it.
Now, mind you, I took that photo from the middle of our backyard, like towards the end.
So in the backyard. So if they're outside the backyard, because it's private property, I don't care what they're assessing. They're not allowed on my property.
You can barely see
You can barely see it from inside the yard. So from outside the yard, there's no way they're going to be able to see that. The only thing that they'll see is like on the underneath the roof, there's like spots where we have it nailed in. And if they have a problem with that, I'll hang lights, okay?
We'll hang nice decorative lights and be like, those are
I'll
outdoor
just, you know
lights.
what, let's just hang them anyway.
Yeah.
Like
we'll
just
get
put Christmas lights or something, or outdoor decorative lights.
Yeah, because if we put Christmas lights,
they'll
it's
be
not
mad.
Christmas. Yeah.
Anyway, so they can't see it. Now we have to wait to see if they go, oh, thank you for complying with our rule.
They won't thank us. They'll just...
No. Or if they'll say, nope, you still have the net. It's got to go. I will literally say, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. When our neighbor's yard looks better, we'll take the net down. When our neighbor's yard looks better, I'll agree to take the net down. And then I still won't take it down.
Yeah.
But it's never going to look better.
It's one of those things where if it gets to it, we're going to take photos of our house and all the different houses, and we'll go to the HOA meeting and go, rank these worst to best. And tell
we'll
us
be the
how
best
we're
one.
bringing down the value.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I even was out there weeding some of the extra weeds because there's a couple in the rocks and stuff. Don't get me wrong. But you know, I would be out there. I'll weed it so that way it looks like the most pristine place ever.
That net is staying up. The safety of my house, the safety of honestly our bank account, because I can't afford to replace a freaking window, and the safety of my cats. It's paramount. Like, what if a golf ball hit the screen, comes in, and hits you while you're sitting on the porch, while you're doing the litter? You could die. You could literally die. Like, we can't go hang out at our fire pit because we could die.
Yeah.
If somebody's playing at night, I guess. Which I guess they don't. So I guess we can. But
if we wanted to hang out outside, what if we had kids?
Yeah, what if our kids couldn't play in the yard? Which if I had kids, I would not let my kids play in the yard without protective headgear.
Oh, if I had kids, I would have a full-blown net. Just like a rectangle
over the whole yard.
And then if they said something, I'd be like, tell me a better idea, or tell the golfers they can't play.
One or the other.
Because right now you're putting my child at risk. Now, luckily we're not going to have a kid. But...
I will take problems I didn't think I would have as a homeowner for like 1,000. Okay, that's...
Speaking of 1,000, she informed me that their fees can't go over a certain amount.
So our next door neighbor, he's such a boss, okay? Like, he's like, yeah, they keep finding me, but it only goes up to a certain amount, so I don't care. I'm not fixing my yard. I've reached the maximum that they can be mad at me for monetarily on the yard. I'm not doing it. And I'm like,
and it turns out you're not required to pay that until you move.
Yeah, you have to pay it when you move. So when he moves, he's just going to rope that into the cost of the house and make the new homeowner pay for it.
Yeah, all you got to do is be like, oh, let's say your house is valued at $450.
Yeah, they can't they can't make you pay it. They can just tell you, oh, well, the fine is there and you have to pay it.
And honestly, by the time that we're planning on moving, those people are going to retire. There's going to be a whole nother people. There's going to be a whole nother system. And I guarantee they're not going to remember that our address owes us X amount of money. And
no, I mean, they'll have paperwork on it.
And
but
it's not even like it's a trivial amount, but it's not like a crazy
When
amount.
you're selling a house, $1,000 is a trivial amount. It is when you're selling a house.
When you're trying to pay that in 1 month? No.
Yeah. So anyway, about the flag.
Oh yeah, I forgot we kind of.
Yeah, no, I wanted to talk about the yard first. So today we're angry. All right, we have done everything that they've asked of us, and then they said that we can't protect our house. We can protect it with thousands of dollars worth of trees that are not going to help, and that's it. And that they have to approve because it is important to protect the attractiveness of the neighborhood. Okay, how about you tell all the neighborhood kids to stop leaving their bikes and their trash in my yard? That doesn't help the attractiveness of the neighborhood, does it? No, nobody polices that. So I sound like a I sound like, get off my yard, you whippersnappers. But
I'll say it.
anyway.
Get off my lawn.
No, I like the neighborhood kids, most of them. There's just one that's not a nice kid. But there's a lot of trash and toys and stuff all over the street. Not people's driveways, the street. And they have the audacity to be like, yeah, that net in the backyard's got to go.
I had to stop.
The golfers are getting upset at their view.
I had to stop. Well, they shouldn't be looking to the left.
Right? They shouldn't be hitting to the left either. Like, get good, scrub.
Yeah. Like, I literally had to stop the other day and move a kid's bike out of the middle of the road.
Yeah, they just leave them there. Like,
But
HOA gonna do anything about that?
no.
No.
But-
Anyway,
But yeah.
so this
HOAs.
flag.
Yeah.
So we're angry, right? You remember how I said that there were guidelines about what kind of flag you can have?
Let's reiterate. It has to be a.
I didn't say.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say. I just said that there were guidelines. So here are the guidelines. It can be an American flag, a United States of America flag. That ain't my style.
Or a
So-
country flag, right? Did they
No.
say-
By special request, you can ask for like a different country, but you have to request that. I guess like it would be bad form to fly a Russian flag right now or something.
I got you.
Like currently. But like if I wanted to fly the Hungarian flag, I could ask for permission. But like, I mean, our next door neighbor's not from this country. What if he
Yeah.
wanted to fly his country? Where's he from?
Somewhere in Europe.
Cool. He's really cool. We like him.
He's really nice. He talks to me all the time, and I feel bad because I don't remember his name.
He
but-
reminds me of my dad a little bit with the accent.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you can fly an American flag. This is all without permission. You do not need to ask for permission to fly the following flags. American flag. Military branch flag. Now, United Federation of Planets did not count as a military branch because A, I guess it's not real, and B, because United Federation of Planets is not the military. Had it been a Starfleet flag, I may have been able to argue it. But United Federation of Planets was technically a country, and a territory. I don't know. I didn't ask for permission. It wasn't U.S., whatever. Or it could be a sports team or college or university. All it says is must be sports team or college university. So if I wanted to fly like an FSU flag, I can do that without permission. I can fly a Gators flag without permission. We can do a Chiefs flag or a Bengals flag or a Jags flag. No permission needed. It doesn't say it has to be college sports or major league sports. It said sports team. So what did I do, Sean?
Jen found the Googles, and we discovered a while back that there is is it a double A
It's a
team?
double A baseball team.
Which is technically a semi-pro team.
Yes, and it is an official major or minor league baseball team. People can fly the jumbo shrimp flag.
Hey, that's a AAA baseball team.
Sure. Rocket City Trash Pandas. Boy, did I order that flag today. And we will be flying that on the mailbox. And they can't say anything. It is an official sports team. I thought about getting a Niners, like the Deep Space Niners.
Yeah.
But they could have said it's not a real sports team. And I'm angry enough to play by the rules. Alex called this malicious compliance. And oh, am I good at that.
Yeah.
So I ordered an official from the official team, from the team store, the Rocket City Trash Pandas minor league baseball team, 3x5, perfectly fits into the rules, flag.
Go Pandas.
Go Trash Pandas. I'm so excited because they can't get mad. They can get mad and I'll say, I'm sorry, but this does actually fall within the rules. If you want to tell us that we can't have this, you're going to have to make the rule for major league only, or, like...
Specific.
Yeah. That means that nobody can put a Jacksonville Sharks flag up. Nobody can put a Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp flag up.
Because it's technically not a major league.
Yep. Sharks is arena football. It's not major league. So, Jumbo Shrimp's AAA. Guess we can't do anything about that, huh? Go ahead. Put it in the rules that people can't fly a Jumbo Shrimp flag during baseball season. Go ahead, because people in this town love the shrimp.
And then you know what we do? We tell the shrimp.
We do tell the shrimp. Oh, I didn't even think to go there. Oh, I love you.
That's okay. I'm going to give you guys some life advice. If you're ever writing a contract or writing something, or even if you have a child and you ground your child, watch out for gray area. When I was a kid, my parents would be like, "You're grounded. Go to your room and play."
Well, they said go to your room. They didn't even say to play.
No, like a lot of times they're like, "Go to your room" or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say they'd say, "Go to your room." My Sega Genesis was in there, or my Nintendo was in there when I was little. So I'd play it. My dad would come in. "What are you doing?" "I'm in my room. You told me to go to my room." "But I said you're grounded." "You didn't say from what?" Or they'd be like, "You're grounded from cable." "Okay."
So we played video games. Yeah. I don't do well with gray area when I'm supposed to follow the rules, but if I'm trying to skirt the rules, I love gray area. All the time. And this is one of those moments, there's not even gray area. This is not gray area. It's black and white. They said sports team. And I even went so far as to agree that it had to be an official sports team. It can't just be the noise complaint megaphones, I can't just make one up.
Yeah. Oh my God, we could join a softball league as noise complaint and be whatever we want.
Yeah, right? I wasn't even going to make one up. I followed the rules. It's an official flag. I paid extra because it was an official flag from the official team store. Yes, that was worth the money to mess with the HOA, okay? We will keep you updated as this saga continues, but...
part of me is almost like, I want to know when their tryouts are and go and just try out. Not gonna make it. I was okay.
What?
For the trash pandas.
No,
No, because I was gonna say then if
there's no tryouts. It feeds into.
A lot of times they have open tryouts to try out for the team.
That team wouldn't. It'd be the rookie league that would have open tryouts. So that's a bunch of levels down.
Well, I tried out for them and unfortunately I didn't make it. That's my connection.
No, I've been following them on TikTok for a long time. I know their schedule. We're considering going to Pensacola to see them play.
We're willing to drive 6 hours to go see them.
Yeah. Also, we love Pensacola, but we're fans. We're actual fans. They have a very, very funny TikTok account.
Oh my God, and I love their, what was it, could we have chosen a different name? Yes, but why?
Yeah, basically. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's the HOA saga so far. Are they complete buttholes? Yes, they are. They're so mean, and they just want to ruin people's day. They won't let us protect our home in a way that makes sense and is affordable. And they yelled at me for having a Star Trek flag, and then they told us to remove a dead tree, but they didn't realize it was winter when it was dead and it was going to be alive again. Guys, I know that we need to take care of the lawn, but they knew we were new homeowners. They knew this because I told them.
We started getting them within a month of us living here.
Yeah, but when we first got the first one, I emailed them and said, "Hi, we're new homeowners. Please be kind to us. We're trying." And I also tried to tell them, we have a lot of jobs. And I even was very specific. I know that a lot of people, they work full-time, they have kids, and they say that they're busy. You don't understand the level of busy that we are. And then I listed out all of the jobs that we have and how we're never in town on the weekends, and if we are stuck in tons of rehearsals, and I laid it out. I was very specific. And they still decided not to be nice when they send us these letters. They're so mean. They're so nasty worded. I'm just...
Did you send one to your mom?
No.
So she could see it?
No, I need to send her this latest one, but she's going to get a kick out of this video. So, we'll keep you updated as to how the flag saga is going and how the lawn saga and the whole thing, the golf net.
She's not the HOA president of but she knows how HOAs work, and she knows what could be approved and what couldn't. So if there's something that we're like, could this be approved? She'd be like, oh, absolutely not. Or that is feasible. That is definitely.
She agreed I followed the rules on the flag. She 1,000% agreed with me. She's like, they can't do anything. You followed the rules. You even made sure it was a legitimate team and legitimate merchandise from the legitimate team. You went the extra mile. I was like, I know. Thanks.
It's not some just generic, off the shelf that you get at some random shop.
Nope.
Like
So-
Bengals is spelled with a U somehow.
Didn't get it off Wish, okay? But yeah, that's the saga. If you guys have any experience with HOAs or you have prior experience with HOAs and that's why you don't live in a neighborhood that has one, please tell us your story. We would love some advice. We'd love to know we're not alone in this.
Or if you have any ideas. for
Yeah,
us.
if you have any ideas how we can keep messing with them while following the rules, let me know.
Mhm.
Please. I'm gonna plant poison ivy.
Just put it on that fence. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
on the back of the fence.
Then they'd complain about there's vines on the
Oh
fence.
no.
Because it wasn't approved.
We do have vines on our fence, and I
We
don't
should
care.
probably get those off. But, no.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to
Subscribe
see,
to follow along with this.
if you want to see
one.
more about what's going on in that, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed this video, or if you want to give a big old finger to the HOA, not
one.
this one,
No, give the other finger, but give this one to us.
hit that thumbs up button for us. Show us that you support us. Because, every thumbs up is just a little more encouraging for us. So, please. But no, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jen.
And we're out of here. Bye. We're coming for you, HOA.